Incident reports are in fact available under the right to know law. Penn State, because it enjoys, along with Temple, Pitt, Lincoln, and this exception, they are not subject. Focusing in this moment on Penn State because of the Sandusky scenario, but when that situation occurred, it was the #1 issue that brought to the Office of Open Records the highest volume of requests and appeals related to that. None of that information became available under this right to know law. The cost of not having a Freedom of Information Act or a right to know law access, I would assert, is much greater than the cost that is associated. And there's definite costs, and we've talked about those before, commercial fees and things like that. I can tell you that there's a direct correlation between corruption and poor right to know laws. If somebody is looking to fix 444 because they think it would prevent a Jerry Sandusky scandal, it wouldn't. You could have the strongest right to know law in the United States of America, and those horrific crimes were still going to happen. The difference is that you might have found out a little earlier in this regard. And as the Deputy Director has often pointed out, something that I've missed regularly, we got right to know requests related to Penn State and the Sandusky scenario. We didn't know that at the time, but in retrospect, when you look at these requests from the newspapers, they knew something was going on, but they immediately got dismissed out our door because Penn State wasn't covered. There may have been things that have been done differently along the way to get it lots earlier.
In terms of consequences, the longer somebody like Jerry Sandusky is out and about, unouted to the public, the more risk he poses to the community. Well, timeliness is important in all criminal investigations, but it's especially important in child sexual abuse investigations. And why is that? That's because experience tells us, and the research tells us, that serial child molesters are significantly more likely than other offenders to continue their behavior, right? Even if they know that they're being investigated.
Thank you, Senator Dunham. Senator Corman.
Just briefly, Mr. Dunham, since it was brought up, to the best of your knowledge, if Penn State was completely under the Right to Know Act, treated like a state agency, was there any information of any activities of the administration involving the Jerry Sandusky case or any activities of Mr. Sandusky himself would have come to light any sooner than what they have under the current law?
Well, Senator, we were discussing that this morning. Of course, I wasn't here at the time, but I don't believe so. I don't believe there's a connection, frankly, between the horrible things that happened by Mr. Sandusky and the right to know law, and whether it does or doesn't apply, and whether it does or wouldn't have surfaced information. In my understanding, the answer to that is no. There's no connection.
I asked the reporter who broke the story that same question, and she had the exact same answer as you did. Thank you.